Okay, I'm starting again because I didn't have the sound on. Right, hi, it's Steffi here from The Makers. We're doing donut keyrings today, and maybe you just want to do. Sorry, I'm trying to find my eye in this one. There. Maybe you're just doing it as a needle felted donut, but of course you can add the keyring to it, especially if you've got our donut keyring pack, which has got all the ingredients in there to make 3 donut key rings, and it's got a really yummy palette of wool. I should just show you this because it just looks so nice. Look at this. Looks so edible already, doesn't it? So all of this you need to make 3 donuts, and I will be making one alongside you. So be ready, have your needles at the ready. They're not in this pack, but I'm sure that you've worked that one out already. Instructions are in there as well. I'm going to say hello to some of the people here for now. So we've got Gina. Hi, Gina. Hi, I think it's is it Olga? Yeah, I think it's Olga. Rachel. Rachel says Daniel is here today. Hi, Daniel. Missed you. Hope you're okay. Hope you're coping in this weather. Gemma is there. Hello. From the deadly heat of Dorset. Is it more deadly than anywhere else? It might be. Diane is there. Hi, Diane. Carol is there. Oh, Carol, I'm so sorry you were stuck in the airport and your plane was delayed. It's just pants when that happens. So I'm glad you made it back to the Green Island. Rose is there. Hello, Rose. This time we're the ones talking about the really hot weather. So maybe we should have a temperature competition today. Who's got the hottest temperature? Michael is there. Hi, Michael. How hot is it in York? Bridget is there. Hi, Bridget. You be in the cools of Australia, no doubt, in winter still. Carol is there. Laura is there. Hi, Laura. Catherine is there. Hi, Catherine. Yes, sorry about not having the sound on. That got you going, didn't it? I haven't done any bloopers for a while, so. Angela is there. Hi, Angela. Sugar Puff, hi, Oz, she says. Or he, I don't actually know. Virginia Fernandez. Kiss from Portugal. What's the weather like in Portugal? Is it hot, like as hot as in the UK? Gabriella is there from the Czech Republic. How hot is it in the Czech Republic? Tell us how hot it is. Catherine says in 4.2 degrees Celsius recorded in Heathrow. Can we stick to Celsius, not Fahrenheit, because I won't have the faintest idea what we're talking about. Rose says New England heat wave starting today, but not as bad as you guys. Wow. Right. Okay. So we've just finished our summer retreat, and if you haven't seen the amazing creations, 18 wonderful characters were born during the weekend here at the Wilderness Center in the Forest of Dean. You must go over onto our Facebook page and group Everyone a Maker and just have a look. It is absolutely astounding. It's also on Instagram, so you should be able to see it as one of our posts on Instagram. But I can't begin to tell you how much my heart was warming to see these beautiful and wonderful and creative and unique and just unbelievably amazing creations that have been made. And of course we were making a large standing figure. Some of them were tiny, slightly smaller because of how they wanted them to be, and some were even bigger. And we've had everything from obelisk to Merlin to I want to say a hobnob, but it's not a hobnob. It's a I hate it when I can't think of words. Hobbit, not a hobnob. That's something else. We didn't make any biscuits. And then we had Astrid from How to Train a Dragon. And I mean, these are just the creations. And people did this completely under their own esteem. We started out with just wanting a Viking, but some people made the Vikings and they were amazing too, but everybody took it wherever they needed to take it, and that was absolutely wonderful. Right, here is the price for today. and the giveaway is, as always, the £15 gift voucher. And what we would like to know is, what is your favorite sweet treat, and is there a dessert you can't stand? Is there something that you really, really don't want to be put in front of you when it comes to a dessert? So tell us what that is. What's your pet hate dessert, and what's your favorite one? Please don't tell me so many desserts I'm just gonna want to eat. I had a bit of a dessert disaster of my own yesterday, because it was one of my daughter's birthdays, and my other daughter baked a cake the night before, because I've been so incredibly busy trying to get ready trying to pack up after the retreat, taking everything back to the workshop. And so she very kindly baked a cake, but it did go wrong, because she tried to please everybody. And you know, when you try and please everybody, oh, I don't want this in my cake, and I don't want this in my cake, and I can't have this, and da da da. So anyway, the cake, let's just say it, they're really nice chocolate brownies when it was meant to be a chocolate cake. So I quickly threw everything I had in the cupboards, and I remember I just quickly threw it all in a bowl, mixed it all up, and it was a really nice cake. It had chocolate and peanut butter and bananas and chocolate chunks in it, and ground almonds and egg, and it all went in. And the cake was beautiful, but because I don't take dairy products, I had some vegan coconut cream. And what I didn't realize is that vegan cream, I've never had it before, it beats beautifully, and when you put it in the fridge, it's really solid. As soon as you take it out of the fridge in this weather, it just literally melts. So I was decorating the cake, and I thought, oh no, this cake's running away. So I had to put two skewers in the top, because it was two halves and they were sort of slightly slithering away from each other. And so I put it quickly in the fridge again, just to get the cream to set again. So it was a constant in, out. And then literally I called everybody, come on, quick, we need to eat this cake before it runs away. And just literally just sat down, ate, and then put it back in the fridge. And there's still some in the fridge, and it's absolutely fine as long as you eat it in a cool space. So I suppose we could have all crowded into the fridge and eat it there. No, only joking. And it was really lovely. It was very lush, if I may say so. That was definitely one of my favorite cakes. Not that I would ever be able to recreate it, because I didn't follow a recipe. I just made it up like I do with all my needle felting. Anyway, let's cut all the rubbish, and let's move into making these donuts. I'm going to take, now which one shall I take out? Oh, let's go for this colorway. So you don't have to stick to this colorway that we've put down there, but that helps. I take one key ring and half a pipe cleaner, and the rest goes back in, and I want to just put that back on the shelf. You can mix it up entirely however you want to. You don't have to stick to this. So the great thing about this is that the key ring is completely solid in there, because what you do is you already fasten it onto the pipe cleaner before you even start on your donut. So you'd have to pull almighty. You would probably open one of these little chains up, one of these what are they called again? O-rings. You would have to open one of these up to pull it off, because it's so well secured. So you know, when you talk about making key rings, I'm always worried when you needle felt them that somebody pulls it off. This one will not come off. So let's have a look what we've actually got here. So this is obviously the chocolate or the dough for the donut, and then this is the topping for it. Got half a pipe cleaner and our little key ring on a chain. You do need one of these if you want to make it super secure, not just the ring itself. And then the instructions are here, and I'm just going to start at the beginning. And as I said, you need to thread the pipe cleaner half into your if you're making the key ring. If you're just making the donut, obviously you don't do that. So and then you're going to start wrapping the wool around the pipe cleaner, which we do by teasing off strands of this lovely, this incidentally is the milk chocolate New Zealand merino. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just wrap around the middle, so that the keyring isn't jingling and jangling along the pipe cleaner. That makes sense to do it here. And then I'm going to wrap the rest of the pipe cleaner flat like a ribbon to the other end and back again. We're building up quite a thick layer. Back again to the middle, but this way now it's not falling out the keyring, so that's a tip that's not explained in the instruction. You get this extra here, and then you have to navigate your way around this keyring, but that's okay. It sort of pulls its way out through the wool eventually again. And which way have I gone? This way. So you want to wrap the same way, going over the top again that you've just done. This is not as neat as I would normally wrap arms of fairies, as you can tell, but it does the job for now. Going over it again, and you in fact wrapping this until you've got about 1.5 to 2 centimeters thickness. So I'm just going to check that again against my tape measure. Yeah, that'll do. Just do a bit more on this side, and then I need to close up this whole contraption. I haven't needle felted this at all yet. So I've left the ends of the pipe cleaner uncovered, and all I'm going to do is now close it up. This up a little bit, and here as well, by winding these two ends around each other to secure. So now I've got my donut with a connected part here and the keyring at the top. And of course now I've got to cover up that connection point so that it's all the same, looks all the same. Only you and I know that it's there. Make that go through there. And what I'm going to do next is, because you now have to continue adding bulk, but there's bits coming off, so we need to start felting this down. So to felt it down, just use your begin felting the wool, medium felting needle. Let's go for a medium one. There. So you now have to attach the wool to itself around the ring by just going all the way around it, making sure that you're not stabbing into the wire or into the keyring. So don't stab too deep, just stab the surface. And when you've done that, then you're going to add more wool to the top to achieve that even more. So it's a little bit like doing a pom-pom, you know, when you have to go through the middle and wrap the wool around it, except that here you wrap it and then you neaten it. And you keep building the bulk until you're happy with the size of the donut, and it needs to be felted down really firmly. With this project, it really pays off to work neat, because pastry in itself never really looks fluffy. It needs to look really smooth and well felted down. So this is a definite favorite project, probably for people who like to have things quite perfect and work on them until you can't work anymore. So we're not making an animal that can stay fluffy and a little bit wild looking. We are actually making a pastry that's very smooth finish, especially with a shiny icing on top. So talking about fluffy and cute, I went into a part of into an old building. It's actually called the Saxon House, and it's a rebuild of how the Saxons used to live in the house. And it has been not used because there's been some hay stored in there that we made here at the Wilderness last year. And today we went in there to get some hay out, and lo and behold, there's the sweetest 4 little chicks sitting on the wooden beam above me, and they're house martins, and they looked almost unreal because they were just sitting there really quietly, like they'd been told, I'm just going out for food, don't move. And they weren't moving, not a millimeter. And it literally was, it was just the sweetest thing I've seen. And it was actually my daughter came running. She said, Mum, you've got to come and have a look at this. You will really love this. And she was quite right. I did. I was really pleased that she got me to look at it, because it was, I'm feeling a little bit under time pressure today, as we're getting ready to go on holiday. And I've got always last minute, lots of things to do, especially because my daughter's birthday was yesterday, so I didn't want to work all day. And so I thought, oh no, really, do I need to walk all the way there now? But I'm so glad she insisted and that I did come. It was so well worth seeing. Never seen anything like it. I love it when that happens. Right, so it's starting to take shape. But it's not even enough, and not by no means felt it down enough. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this, but I will in the meantime just have a look what your favorite or not so favorite sweets are. Let's have a look. Where do all the sweet tea stuff? Oh, Bridget says it's 1 degree Celsius tonight. Lots of you will be wishing for that. I know what you're like. And of course, Carol made Merlin, who was sitting there with her, waiting for the plane to take off. And there's lots of comments being made here how rude he was. So Alicia says, in the living room, window open, curtains closed, fan on, 33 Celsius. Gabriella says it's 36. Oh, this is good, a good competition. Angela says, getting my fluff fix after an amazing retreat weekend. And we loved having you there, Angela, as everybody else. If you happen to be here today and you were here at the weekend, I'm missing you already. It was just so nice. And whilst we're on the topic, 20th to the 22nd of January is the next date we've put in the diary. Now, we've tried to take you back to our usual winter retreat venue, but apparently this here in the wilderness is so much better. The food is amazing. You get the views, you get the space, you've just got it all there. And so we've decided to come back here in the winter. And I know that the house is warm in the winter because, well, people always say it's surprising how warm the house is. So I'm not worried about that. Elizabeth says, hi, cloudy here, but still hot. That's the Brackens. Rose says, you guys did amazing at the retreat. Beautiful creations. Absolutely. Please go. I can't urge you enough. Go and have a look if you haven't seen it. Olga says 32 degrees outside, 26 inside with windows and curtains closed. Gemma says, okay, so it may not be as hot here as other places today. It's 29 outside, 33 inside. Sugar Puff says, we keep our windows and curtains closed during the day and only open them in the evening to get the hopeful cooler air in. Good idea. Rose says, my favorite is apple pie. Don't like anything rhubarb. Okay, we're back to desserts now. Olga says, I love chocolate, so chocolate mousse is my favorite dessert. I hate jello. I love jelly. I love it. Vampire Venom says, I can't stand cooked apples unless they're mixed with berries. Love a good cheesecake or caramel sponge or fudge. Love fudge, and my favorite fudge place, I think fudge is definitely, I would say that fudge is probably, fudge I would say is definitely fudge is your favorite dessert. I think we've had fudge enough now. You would have loved the fudge chocolate cake we had this weekend. Carol says, creme brulee is my favorite dessert ever, but I love all desserts. I love creme brulee, I can't eat it. Carol, other Carol says, oh no, what have I done? I've clicked the chat away. Oh, here we are. Carrot in cake, just wrong. I love carrot cake. You haven't eaten mine yet. I love coffee and walnut cake or red velvet. Basically any cake except carrot. Julia, hi Julia, says, love caraway cake, but haven't seen it in a long while. Dislike too sweet a chocolate dessert, as prefer citrus. I'm no good at baking, unfortunately. Olga says, coffee and walnut cake sounds like something I have to try. It is actually very nice. I love anything coffee, so that works well. Gina says, I love most desserts and can't think of any that I don't like. Alison says, good afternoon from England. 39 degrees here today. Okay, you're the winner so far. You're the winner so far. Looking forward to this tutorial. My daughter's favorite dessert is a donut. Anne says, nobody's mentioned donuts. Love coffee and walnut cake. Hate anything with coconut. I love coconut. I love coconut. Alison says, my favorite ever dessert is creme brulee. Worst is anything with lemon curd in it. Can't stand it. Angela says favorite dessert would be a really good lemon tart, preferably with fresh raspberries. I don't like rhubarb, so anything with that in would be avoided. I tell you a rhubarb story. I've just about got round to liking rhubarb again, but when I was a little girl, about maybe 9 years old, maybe 8, maybe even 7, I had this friend who had a ginormous garden, and they had everything in that garden, from a swimming pool to goats to a donkey. Her dad was a vet. And they had also these ginormous big rhubarb bushes, and we used to go inside the house and take steal the sugar pot, and then we sit outside under these massive leaves, and we'd eat the rhubarb, dip it in sugar, and then just eat it. And I think I ate so much that I actually made myself sick. You know, when you've overeaten a certain type of food, and then all you can do is just bring it up again, and that cured me of rhubarb for many, many years until just about now. Just about now. Catherine says rhubarb crumble is my favorite. Don't ruin it with custard cream ice cream. The worst is tiramisu, coffee and cream. I think I like all those desserts. Terrible. I can't eat any of them, but I love the idea of all of them. Lorna says my favorite Florentine. Oh, I love Florentines, especially when I made them myself. Ah, now she says, next time you come to our retreat, Lorna, expect some homemade Florentines from you. Don't like anything with rhubarb in. Diane says, I had some Baileys poured over ice cream yesterday. It was delicious. I don't much like warm desserts. That sounds nice. Olga says, just made a dairy and flour-free banana walnut muffin. That's low carb. That's down my street. Thank you, Olga. Send me the recipe. Lily says, hi, from New York. Better late than never. Hi, Lily. Blackberry cobbler or pie, yummy. That's Lily's favorite dessert. Gemma says, I absolutely love the blueberry muffins my dad made when I was a kid. I only had them once, but I've never forgot them in over 20 years. I can't stand strawberry ice cream. I want to know now why you only had them once, but that might be a bit upsetting for you. There's probably a reason for it. So if you dare tell us, if it's not too upsetting, tell us. Catherine says someone has just brought ice lollies into the office. Ooh, nice person. Gemma, you need to make some now. Need to make some now. Bridget says my favorite dessert is lemon curd tart. Mostly I don't like scones. Oh, I love scones. I have all the desserts you don't like. What size is medium, please? Okay, medium is a 38. Oh, Alicia has already answered that, of course. I'm not keen on chocolate ice cream. Oh, I love chocolate ice cream. Jane says, hi. Oh, hi, Jane. Hi, Steffi, Alicia, and Fluff friends. Bit late, but here now. Oh, I have wasabi ice cream. Oh, I have to tell you, sorry, in her freezer. I have to tell you about my favorite ice cream ever. It was in Spain, in Barcelona. It was a very posh restaurant. And they did, let me get this right. They did pesto ice cream with a tomato sauce. It sounds hideous, but it was so nice. It was all sweet. It wasn't savory, but it definitely tasted of pesto, and the red sauce tasted of tomatoes, but it was sweet and it was really delicious. So nice. Never tried wasabi ice cream. Fiona says, hi all, I'm late to the party today. The best sweet are strawberry dumplings with cocoa and hot butter. Oh, I love hot butter. I love this is terrible for me. Look, I can't eat this stuff. Eton mess. I love Eton mess. Missed what it was that Steffi went to see. Okay, what I went to see was I went into a building here that we haven't been in for ages. It's a replica of a Saxon house. So it's got high ceilings with beams in it, and the house Martins love it. And my daughter went in there to get some hay. And then she came running to get me, and she said, come and have a look. And I went inside, and they're in perfect neat order. 4 tiny little house martins were perched on top of the beam, all completely stand still, didn't move at all. Maybe I could show you on my phone. I'm going to show you this now. This is very unconventional. I'll never do this, but I will try and do it now. I'm going to show you my screen. I've got to share this. I've got to share this. So hold fire. I'm here. I don't know if you can see it, but look. Oh, hang on, let's just click on the photo there. Look, can you see? Can you see these 4 beautiful little house martins? Don't know what is the best there. That's better. Can you see? Aren't they the cutest? They're all sitting in a row waiting for their mum to come back. Yes, anyway, that was the exact one. See? Right, I'm gonna, oh no, we don't want Fahrenheit. Lily, no Fahrenheit. I don't know what that means. Sugar Puffs says 38 in my part of North Kent. Okay, we've had 39, so that's, Laura says 39 degrees outside and 24 inside. Oh my goodness. Vampire Venom says 39.1. Yeah, right. Sonia says, the rain would be very welcome. It's 39 outside and 28 in. I'm drinking iced green tea with lemon. That sounds nice. Anyway, enough about desserts. Let's crack on with the donut. But before I get to the donut, I have got to show you now. Okay, are you ready for this? Because this is Robin. You've got to see her, right? This is now the Robin. This is Robin from Robin, the Aardman animation, stop motion animation that was made and is available to watch on Netflix. And she's the main character, and she's now available to pre-order as a kit. Get everything in there to make this very charming and totally adorable little character. She stands for everything that I value in the world. She stands for honesty and for innocence and for love and kindness and finding yourself and wanting to belong, wanting to be part of something. She stands for all of this. If you have not seen the film, you must see it. It's over on Netflix. But more importantly, get your Robin kit now. She's big, so you can make her entirely, including she stands on her own 2 feet as well. Don't let me down now, Robin. I often do this, don't I? I try and make something stand in my live streams and then it goes hideously wrong. Come on, Robin. Don't be silly now. No, you can do it. Ta-ta! There she is. She's standing, waving at you. There she is. So get your Robin order in now. It is currently down as a pre-order, but we will be posting this by the end of this month. And just to emphasize all of this, it's a brand new needle felting kit in collaboration with Aardman. And yeah, we're doing this under license. So we're allowed to make a Robin kit with the original character Robin from the film Robin. Right, and I'm going to go straight to the overview camera to stab away on my donut here. A little bit more brown needs to be put on there. I think you can actually make 4 donuts out of all this wool. There seems to be more than enough to do that. So if you are interested in the winter retreat, 20th to the 22nd of January, this is all very preliminary at the moment, but we are taking bookings already because when it's full. And we've worked out that we can take a maximum probably of 20 people. The rooms are all shared this time, but there's nothing stopping you from getting accommodation outside the venue. We're in the Forest of Dean. There are beautiful places available and it's also not terribly expensive. You would be participating with all the meals and all the activities, but I can tell you that none of us stayed up terribly late because it's actually very, very tiring stabbing all day. And of course on the first day people are traveling down, so that's always tiring in the first place. So yes, do come and join us. But first of all, send us an email, info@themakers. Tell us if you're interested in the retreat, and then we keep you on the mailing list. We are already committing to the people who were on this retreat. They are already getting a place. They are getting priority over anybody else. But if you're interested in it, then please message us, and we will do our best to fit you in as well. The rooms themselves are they're actually they're not tiny. I mean, some of the rooms have got 4 bunk beds in it, so they sleep 8. But we are offering that you should share it with one other person for a certain rate, and with 2 to 3 other people. So that would be you and 2 or 3 more. So maximum of 4 people in a room. That would be the most beneficial rate. So let us know if you're interested. info@themakers with 2 s's.co.uk. 20th to the 22nd of January 2023. Wow, 2023. That is quite scary. Right, so I'm building, what you see me do now is, while I'm chatting away, building up layers on top of the donut, and to give it a nice juicy fat look, because nobody wants a skinny donut, right? Everybody wants a fat donut, and that's what I'm doing here now. I don't really know why we talk about all these sweets, because like I say, I'm trying as much as I can not to eat sugar, because it really isn't good for me. And I know it's not good for many people, but I've made the choice, and have done for years now, that my sugar intake is very limited. Both my mother and my grandmother had diabetes too, and I don't want to get it. It's as simple as that. And especially with all the things that you can do now, even if you've got it, you can reverse it. But I don't even want to get to that point. So that's just my personal choice. So you talking about sweets is a bit of a torture for me, but it's okay. I can live with it. I can dream. I think when what was it again? Oh yes, you when we had the Great Makers Bake Off with you sharing your needle felted delicious cakes. I actually had to go and eat some cake, because I couldn't. It was definitely psychological torture. I don't think the donut will do it, but all the cakes that you shared, I had to go and buy some cakes. So it was really very naughty of all of you to tempt me into buying some cake that I enjoyed, but then stopped eating, obviously, again. But sugar has got this thing, once you stop eating, you want more. It's very addictive. So I have to be very careful to allow myself just enough so that I don't tip over the edge. Right, nearly got that shape finished. So the other exciting thing that's happening at the Makers is that we are more and more hoping to put back onto our program products that can be purchased by people who have been affected by Brexit. And one way of doing this is where we are offering our puffin, so that you can make it for a Zoom, in a Zoom workshop. Neil said workout, don't have to work out. You pay for the Zoom and you get the kit free. That way we can, in all good conscience, say that it is a free gift that we're sending out to you. And if you are interested in this, then please go onto the website. It's already listed as a product. And if you're outside the UK, you will pay for the you will only pay for the international postage. That's it. And this is the sort of the details that you might want to know about this. So it's on the 30th of August and the 6th of September. It's 2-hour slots, 6:30 till 8:30. That's still British summertime. You get step-by-step guidance by myself. It's totally suitable for beginners. It includes the free puffin kit. It's £60 UK free shipping and international postage applies, and you make new felting friends, and you can find it on our website. So join me for that Zoom workshop, 30th and 6th of September. And if you have already got our puffin pack, because you might have been subscribing to the Puffin Makers box at the time, then you can just drop us a line, and we can tell you how you can sign up for the Zoom workshop without having to buy it over in this Shopify. Shopify is our website. Forget what I just said. You don't have to buy it that way. We will email you back and explain to you how much it costs, because you can get it cheaper. But it only works with our original puffin pack. Right. What else can I tell you? Is there anything else I've got? Oh yes, the lion. Has anybody seen the amazing lying down lion that Joan Prowse has now made? Because she's offering for the lion to be in a couple of different poses. And we are currently putting together a Zoom meetup so that you can chat to Joan and get an idea of whether the workshop is for you or not. And that will be announced, so keep an eye open on that. I'm talking to her too, but I've just got to take a little break because I'm on annual leave. But I'm talking to her too whether this whole thing can also be streamed on Zoom as it's taking place live, and that is 100% a possibility. So if you are too far away to come to our workshop, or you are hindered in any way or form, there may be a chance of doing this on Zoom, and we send all the materials out to you. That is also a possibility, but I can't 100% commit to this just yet, because it requires technical assistance from, and I need to make sure that we can give that. That's happening too. So whilst I'm talking away, I'm stabbing away at my donut. I want to make it nice and firm. If you're working on this alongside with me, I would definitely say don't rush it. Make sure you stab this really nice so that you've got a nice, neat, chocolatey looking, or maybe it's just the dough looking donut. And at the moment, so my finger just about fits into it. One of my daughters had a great idea. She said, why not make these donut earrings? I think that would be amazing. Look, there, that would be great. Donut earrings for a, don't know, whatever party you're going to. Maybe it is a sweet themed party. So, right. Diana, I know you want to come to this line workshop. You really want to come down for that. Do come down for it. Can't just do it. Gemma says, that's great. You have no idea how difficult things can get sometimes. Some people even think I'd still eat bacon. Okay, I'm clearly missing the whole stream of conversation here. Oh, what's the situation for vegetarians at the retreats? You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry. We've got everybody covered. If we can cater for Alicia, we can cater for you. It is really not a problem. No, seriously. As long as we know in advance. Nikki and Dawn, who are total gems here in the kitchen. They've been doing this for 30 years, running the kitchen here. They don't leave anybody out in the cold. They've got you covered, I promise you. And not just, oh, here's the Sunday roast and you just eat the veg. It's not that way. They have a proper alternative for you. So please don't worry about that at all. It's completely covered. Sorry, I can't stop stabbing this donut now because I want it to be nice and neat. Okay, I'm going to go back to the overhead camera. So the nicest way of making the cover on the donut is to actually mix these plain colors so that they're not quite so, well, not just so plain, I suppose. So I'm going to, actually, I might do it the other way around. How about doing a pink cover and then a purple topping on it? I might do that. So I'm going to mix this with a little bit of white. This probably doesn't say it in the instruction, but you can completely freestyle your own donut. It doesn't have to be done in exactly this way. So I'm going to add, in fact, I'm even going to add a bit of that bright pink into it. So it's quite a marbled topping. How about that? Make a marbled topping. And then I use the purple in that kit too. So I'm mixing wool, if you don't know what I'm doing at the moment. By the way, big news, our carding brushes are back in stock. Gosh, that's taken weeks and weeks and weeks. Whoever makes them obviously must have had a very long break, but they're back in our shop, and it's actually a size that we've never had before. Even though we're calling it medium, it is slightly smaller than what was our small and slightly larger than what we called our medium. It makes no sense whatsoever, no. But we only ever had two sizes. We only ever had small and medium, so we never had a large. So now that there is one that is a size in between the small and the medium that we used to have, we couldn't call it medium. So we called that smaller size medium, and the one that was called medium is now large, and the small is still small, so that nothing has changed there. Have I completely confused you now? Probably. I'm sure you can work it out. Anyway, they're fine. Just buy them. That's all you need to do. And you can see it yourself, what they look like. And then if you've got another pair of our carding brushes, it will make sense once you hold them against. That actually, that topping looks a little bit like the topping I did for the cake yesterday. It was meant to be white, but I whisked some raspberries in the, oh yeah, raspberries were in there as well. Did I tell you that? I whisked some raspberries in the NutriBullet, and I tried to sort of decorate the white cream with bright pink on top. But what actually happened was that because the cream was running away and I had to catch it, I got the cream and the raspberry juice completely mixed up, and so the topping of the cream of the cake looked more like my donut topping here now. So what I'm doing is I'm adding the wool on top, but I'm making a very clear, distinct line between the main donut shape and the topping. There. It's going on there. And then felting it down. I'm still working with my medium needle, but you might get to a point where you actually want to go down to your fine needle if you're making this really, really smooth looking. And of course, the finer the needle, the finer the finish. That's a given too. And oh, might just have enough. Might have to mix a bit more, or this might just be it. There. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm looking at temperatures on that chat, but I think we had 39.1. I think that's definitely the most that we had. And if you're watching this on Thursday, maybe you can tell us how hot it was at the time when it was so hot. So you don't feel missed out. You don't feel like you're missing out. I do have to mix a bit more. Sorry. I mean, we don't just cater for vegetarians, we even cater for vegans, to be honest. Because last year, I was vegan at the retreat. I didn't eat any meat or fish or anything. So, and I didn't starve. It was good. It's all really well done. And I'm gluten-free and dairy-free. So, I mean, obviously dairy-free if you're vegan, but with the added complication of that. So there doesn't seem to be anything that isn't possible, especially nowadays. I mean, that's just a cheap excuse if you can't cater for anybody with all those dietary requirements, and they're not exactly exotic. There. Olga says she can post the muffin recipe. Maybe the link stops it, but search banana walnut muffin primal. Aha! I skipped the dates in the recipe. It is sweet enough without, so only sweet stuff is the bananas. That sounds amazing. I will definitely look that up. Thank you so much, Olga. That is much, much appreciated, because I'm always looking for good recipes, and as the more basic the ingredients, and I'm very likely to have the sort of less sugary things at home. Definitely bananas. That's amazing. Right, must remember that. And Diana says that lion is really beautiful. Yes, of course you do want to really cover that. I've already read that. Bridget says, oh, I've seen the button for watch party on Netflix and thought it was that button. I think a watch party, isn't that when you invite your friends and you watch a film together? So if you go onto Netflix and you look for Robin, that is that's the Aardman animation, then you're in the right place. I don't know what the watch party has got anything to do with it, but you could watch it with your friends if that's what you're referring to. Catherine says, I have dodgy food needs and there was plenty to choose from. Vegetarians would be easy to get food. Thank you, Catherine. Exactly. And Catherine was there. She should know. Stephanie says, I would love to do the lion workshop. It's amazing. Get in touch, info@themakers.co.uk. And then you should be able to get a space. Alicia's just asking if we're going to sell the gardening tools that we used for the gardening mouse, and the plain answer is yes. So it might just not be this week. I will make sure that Alicia make sure that they know. I don't want to take on any more jobs because I'm actually going to be gone this afternoon. So yes, please, Alicia, mention it at the workshop for this to be put. Right, how's this donut looking? Getting there. I tell you, it's such a tiny little thing that you're making, but you do want to stab it really well. As I said, I'm just going to try different needles now. That's a bit finer, this one. Yeah, you really do. I mean, I'm not going to do it justice here today, but you do want to stab it well so that you get a nice smooth finish. Another way of getting sort of just rub it between your hands, that often takes care sometimes of the stab holes, and make sure that you stab sort of into that hole here as well and get that icing nice and clear, nice and distinct from the rest of the donut. And whenever you stab into one area, you are stabbing into the other areas again. So I think that's probably how far I'm going with this. And now you can do either spots and dots. You can put chocolate sprinkles. You can make sort of like a drizzle type shape. And for this, you get the wool established. So you tease it as you're going, and just twist it. And then you're going as if you're squirting it on top. So you need to go around the bend. And then you would be going across, but because it's a hole, you obviously lose the drizzle in that hole as that icing in the hole. So you need to just go short of that. Around here. And then pick it up again at the imaginary line at this end. And go around again. You could do this so that you have to sever it twice, but I'm just going to go straight over the side now to save a bit of time. I think I might actually use one of these myself. And key rings are just so practical, aren't they? Especially when you've got a nice one and you get quite attached to it. And your keys too. Haha. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it as that. There's the donut. There's one that I made earlier. I went actually twice across the middle. Oops, there. And we're ready to pick a winner, Alicia. So fire away when you're ready. I'm going to tell you in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting for Alicia to get back with a picked winner, I'm telling you now that the next live streams are the small gnome That's a pre-recorded one that I've recorded earlier, and but you can still watch it. Alicia will be there, and there's the £15 gift voucher to be won. And that small gnome is from the Making Fairy Folk book. So if you've got that, that will help you too. Then we're unboxing our subscription boxes on the 2nd of August. And it's the giant tiger moth and the multiple of fairies, and also the Busy Bee surprise box. And then we've got the sea turtle on the 9th of August. And Alicia has just told me that the winner today on the live stream on YouTube on the 19th of July is Julia. Julia, well done. Drop us an email, info@themakers.co.uk, and also whoever wins it on Thursday, please do that too. Obviously, I can't look into the future, otherwise I would say, well done, drop us a line. But in any case, drop us a line. And there is something else I need to tell you, I'm sure. Well, you've still got time to get your subscription boxes. You can still get, oh, I've put it right up there. I'm not going to get that now. The dolphin, and also you can get the moon fairy still. That's available this month from our subscription boxes. With the moon fairy, you can also just get a one-off box without subscribing. Ah, I know what I've forgotten. Holiday mouse. And what more appropriate pose would a mouse have right now in this weather? And very sensibly, a parasol. And I know that this mouse has also applied sunscreen. And she's got her sunglasses at the ready to put on when her eyes get too much sunlight into it. This is our kit, Holiday Mouse, available to buy on our website now. And the idea is that you are going to make the mouse, and either when you're already on holiday or you take her with you on holiday, and we want to see photos of the mouse on holiday with you, and you can enter that photo into our Holiday Mouse competition, which you find on our Facebook page as well. Right, donut earrings, anybody? If you're going to wear them as earrings, we obviously want to see a photo. Tag us on @themakers with double S on Instagram or on Facebook, themakers.co.uk. And I hope that you will all survive the weather, whatever the weather is. There's always talk about the weather, so it could be anything. It doesn't have to be the heat wave. And I hope you have a lovely holiday, because July is holiday time, certainly in the Western Hemisphere. But I hope that that I will see you at the next live stream. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.